everyone, it's Katie from Paradise Falls family, and welcome back to our vlog series covering our 3-week trip to Florida, the Bahamas and the Deep South in August 2025. In today's video, we'll be giving a bit of a first-timer's guide to Animal Kingdom, covering what you can get up to and how we spent our time. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, we're a family of 4 who love to travel the world together, and we create informative family travel vlogs. We cover the places we've visited and talk about our own experiences with the aim of helping you make the most of your family trip. We've covered loads of places already on our channel, from Europe to North America to Asia, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out some of our other videos. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, and we also have a website, www.adventuresxparadise.com, with our friends Adventures by Nap, which we're still adding to, but will eventually cover details of all of our trips, as well as guides to things like cruising, Walt Disney World, and other popular family destinations. So make sure to check all of that out when planning your trip, or if you're just looking for inspiration. So back to today's video and Animal Kingdom. There are tons of YouTube videos covering Walt Disney World out there, but we thought we'd do a bit of an overview and first-timer's guide for anyone out there who might not have visited before and is wondering where to start, or anyone who hasn't been in a while and just wants a refresh of what there is currently going on in 2025. We'll cover the park itself, the rides, the shows, the best restaurants, the extra activities on offer, how long you need, and give plenty of tips along the way. Animal Kingdom is the 4th of Disney's main theme parks at Walt Disney World in Orlando. Built in 1998, it's the newest of the parks there, and as you might expect, is centred around nature, animals and conservation, being part zoo, part theme park. It builds on classic Disney movies and characters while also celebrating the natural world and is a wonderful day out. It's also one of the biggest parks, so be prepared to walk. For anyone new to the park, it's broadly set out in a similar way to many other Disney parks, with the main entrance leading up to the central hub on Discovery Island and the famous Tree of Life, with the different lands situated off this island. Starting in the bottom left and working clockwise, you have Pandora, the world of Avatar, followed by Africa, Asia and Dinoland U.S.A. Each of the lands are linked to each other as well as Discovery Island. Upon entering Animal Kingdom, guests are greeted with several landscaped walkways dotted with the first animal enclosures, with animals like spoonbills and anteaters. The Rainforest Cafe is off to the left just as you enter the park, and a shop and stroller rental is off to the right. Making your way up through the walkways, you'll cross a bridge which takes you onto Discovery Island and into the full park. You're immediately greeted by the iconic Tree of Life on Discovery Island. This amazing park centrepiece is adorned with intricate carvings of animals and is the iconic heart of the park. Discovery Island, as well as being home to the Tree of Life, has a couple of great shops and some lovely walking trails with more animal encounters like otters, tortoise, lemurs and kangaroos. Discovery Island is usually buzzing with live entertainment as well. For example, the Winged Encounters show takes place here several times a day, where parrots fly in overhead. And the daily evening show, Tree of Life Awakenings, where the tree is lit up majestically each night. It's also a decent spot to meet characters like Mickey and Minnie, who meet at the Adventurers Outpost, and we've spotted characters from Moana, Up, Bug's Life and Tarzan here over the years. In terms of attractions, the only attraction here was a ride type show thing called It's Tough to Be a Bug. However, this is now shut, soon to be turned into a Zootopia themed show, which is probably just as well, as the old one was famous for making lots of little kids cry with how scared they got. And finally, Discovery Island is a great place to get something to eat. You'll most likely be passing through here several times during the day, and it has multiple options including Tiffin's, Flame Tree Barbecue and Pete Safari, among others. In particular, we had a lovely time at Nomad Lounge on this trip, stopping by for a drink and a snack, including gluten-free churros, which were absolutely amazing. It's a great spot to refresh and recharge if you're not in the mood for a full meal. Surrounding Discovery Island, there are 4 main areas or lands to explore. Starting in the bottom left of the park, we have Pandora, the world of Avatar, which transports guests to the mystical world of the groundbreaking film, with bioluminescent rainforests and some of the best attractions in the park. This is the newest area of the park, and even if you're not fans of the films, you have to come here to get the most of your day, especially at night when it's lit up beautifully. The theming is truly spectacular and possibly has the best ride, in our opinion, in the whole of Walt Disney World, Flight of Passage. This is a simulator ride where you sit on the back of a banshee, it's like sitting on a motorbike, and fly over Pandora. It's incredibly thrilling, so much fun, and all of us love it. It's simply not to be missed, but unfortunately does generate huge queues, so this is a one to do first thing in the morning before queues build up, or to pay for Lightning Lane. More on this later in this video. The second ride in this land is Navi River Journey, a dark, slow-moving boat ride through Pandora. While the technology and theming is impressive, in our opinion, it doesn't warrant the wait times it usually attracts. It's definitely worth doing, but don't queue for too long. Outside of the rides, there are no characters in Pandora and no shows, so it really is all about the theming and rides here. There are a couple of dining options, Satuli Canteen offers some really good food that we all really enjoy, and Pongu Pongu has some really cool drinks and snacks that you've no doubt seen all over Instagram. The Night Blossom slush from here is definitely not to be missed. Moving on to Africa, in the top left corner of the park. This area is themed after a fictional African town, Harambe. Along with Asia, this feels like one of the cornerstones of the park, where there's always something happening and where you'll find a lot of the animals and some amazing attractions too. Africa is home to one of the main attractions in the park, Kilimanjaro Safaris. This is a must-do for anyone visiting the park. The safari takes you out in open buses into the savannah and surrounding areas to see the animals here at Animal Kingdom. The highlight for us is the savannah area, where you see giraffes and zebras up close. But later in the tour you can also spot crocodiles, hippos, elephants and lions, to name but a few. This often has long queues, so again, come early or use that lightning lane if you can. Another tip is to come at the cooler times of the year or day to see the animals more active, or even time it with the rain to perhaps see the elephants playing in the water. Elsewhere in the Africa land, you also have the Festival of the Lion King show. In our opinion, the best show in the park. This is a fun show full of music, dancing, acrobats and some of your favourite Lion King characters. From here, you can also catch the train out to Rafiki's Planet Watch, a mini land within a land. With no real attractions of its own, you reach the area by riding the train from Africa. This takes you past some more animal enclosures and drops you off to explore. The area consists of the conservation station, where you can learn about caring for animals and often see the vets performing procedures on the animals. And then the affection section, where you can pet domesticated animals including sheep, goats and rabbits, etc. This is like a little petting zoo. Then there is the animation experience here too, where you can learn to draw some of your favourite characters, and you can also meet Timon and Rafiki here. If you're tight on time, this is probably the area to skip, as it does suck up quite a bit of time without offering any major attractions or dining options. Back in Africa, make sure you don't miss the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. This is a walking trail where you can see various animals in their enclosures. In our opinion, the best of the trails, as the gorilla enclosure is simply amazing, and we love spending lots of time here. In terms of characters here, these tend to be few and far between in Africa. But there's always a buzzing atmosphere with live entertainment, music and dancers popping up continually. We've got lots of happy memories of the kids running around playing the drums here. Africa is also a really good spot for dining, with character meals taking place at Tusker House, which we've enjoyed many times over the years. This is buffet style and usually means you get to meet Mickey, Daisy, Donald and Goofy. And we've got some wonderful memories from our meals here. These clips show the full buffet selection at Tusker House for a meal at lunchtime. The food here is so varied. It has a lot of the usual classics such as chicken nuggets and mac and cheese, but also has such a wide range of African inspired dishes as well. It's great for the whole family and it's all you care to eat. It isn't a cheap meal though and cost us $64 per adult and $42 per child with tax and gratuity on top of this. However, it's a great option if you're on a dining plan and can use a credit. Elsewhere, another good quick service option is at Harambee Market, where there are a range of kiosks to order from, so there should be something for everyone. This is another good spot to recharge and rest, having walked some of the trails. Moving across to Asia, in the top right corner of the park, another key area of the park. Asia immerses guests in the beauty of the Himalayas and surrounding regions, again with some fun attractions and plenty of animals to see. The headline attraction here is definitely Expedition Everest, one of the most popular and thrilling attractions in the park. The area around the ride is themed around Nepal and Everest, with the ride being the centrepiece. This is a slightly more intense roller coaster, more so than Big Thunder Mountain, but not quite next level. It has no inversions. It really is loads of fun, including for more daring little ones. Again, this is a good one to use your lightning lane passes on if you have them. The second attraction here is the Kali River Rapids, a typical rapids ride that gets you absolutely soaking wet, so it's really fun on a hot day, but a little on the short side, so not worth a long wait for in our opinion. As well as these rides, there's also a few shows. Firstly, a bird show called Feathered Friends in Flight. Not a must-do, but fairly interesting if you like birds, and Doug and Russell from Up pop up here too, so the kids will enjoy that. Then there's a Finding Nemo show, Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond. This is in a massive air-conditioned theatre, so it's a good one to break up the day and take a breather. Just like Africa, there are some walking trails with different animal enclosures on the way. Maharaja Jungle Trek, where you can see tigers, monkeys, bats and Komodo dragons. Again, this is another one not to miss. In terms of characters, Asia is fairly sparse, with no meets marked on the current Disney schedule. You used to be able to meet Jungle Book characters here, but these have long since stopped. Your best bet is to try and spot one of the character flotillas that periodically appear on the lake and rivers that run through the park. For food, the main option is yak and yeti. We love it here and would highly recommend it. It's a great spot for a sit-down meal to recharge, offering delicious Asian cuisine. There are a few other quick service options and bars, and also some street food carts, etc. But this is definitely the standout choice here. The last area of the park in the bottom right corner is currently in a state of flux, being redeveloped into the new Tropical Americas land, scheduled to open in 2027. This new land will be inspired by the cultures, wildlife and environments of Central and South America. This will then be home to a new Encanto attraction, and the existing dinosaur ride will be turned into an Indiana Jones themed ride, much like the one in Disneyland, California. As it stands today though, half of the land is closed while they work on the Encanto area. The half that is open has the dinosaur ride, which is a bumpy ride through the time of the dinosaurs. It's loads of fun, but younger kids might find it a bit in your face and loud. It also, until recently, had the Boneyard play area, but again this is now shut as part of the revamp. Despite its current state, Dinoland is the place to be if you love meeting characters, with Goofy, Donald, Daisy, Pluto and Chip and Dale all meeting here at the moment. There is one main dining option remaining here for the time being, Restaurantosaurus, as well as a couple of snack kiosks. Okay, so that's an overview of the park. Now let's talk about the extra activities you can enjoy here. Unlike the other Disney theme parks, because of the animals that live here, the park isn't generally open very late and doesn't offer a nighttime show, other than the Tree of Life Awakening show that I've already mentioned. This means it's more of an early morning park than a late night park, and generally opens earlier than all of the other theme parks. By far, our favourite activity, which also happens to be completely free, is the Wilderness Explorer badges. These are a great addition to the park that we do every time we visit, and it aims to replicate the Wilderness Explorer badges from the film Up. There are 31 different educational stations dotted around the park, each focusing on a different topic. You can visit each station, learn a little something from the cast member, complete a little task, and you get your Explorer badge, which is actually a sticker, to go into your Explorer booklet, which you can pick up from any of the stations. If you manage to complete all of the badges, which we've done with the kids on several occasions, you become a fully fledged Wilderness Explorer and get an extra special sticker. It's a great extra activity to keep the kids entertained while you're walking the many trails around the park, particularly on Discovery Island, Africa and Asia. As well as these, there are some special extras that you can book at an extra cost, mainly around VIP backstage tours that get you closer to the animals. The main ones being the Wild Africa Trek and Savour the Savannah, but there are other animal-based extras like Caring for Giants and Up Close with the Rhinos. We've never done any of these, and if you're here for your first time, they're probably not essential unless you're particularly keen on any of the certain animals. Something really handy if you have babies or really young children is the baby care centre. They have these in all of the Disney theme parks and are a great spot for a quiet place to feed or prepare baby food and bottles. Moving now onto the Lightning Lane system. Lightning Lane is the Disney World FastPass system that's a paid for extra. This has 3 options currently: Lightning Lane Single Passes, Lightning Lane Premier Pass and Lightning Lane Multipass. Multipass allows you to select up to 3 attractions and arrival windows in advance, while Single Pass allows you to choose 1 attraction and an arrival window. The Multipass system is similar to the old system pre-pandemic that we were massive fans of, except now you have to pay for it. The Premier Pass system offers guests one-time, same-day access to every available Lightning Lane attraction in a single park without needing to make individual reservations for each one. So it's the most convenient, but also the most expensive. If you're lucky enough to have Lightning Lane access in any form, then there are a couple of attractions where it will come in really handy. The number 1 priority should always be Flight of Passage, being perhaps the most popular ride in all of Walt Disney World. After this, prioritise Expedition Everest and Kilimanjaro safaris, both which build sizable queues and are headline attractions. Then in the next tier down is probably Navi River Journey, simply because it attracts queues, but in our opinion it's not a must-do. Keep in mind the shows have quite a large capacity, so generally aren't a good use of Lightning Lanes, unless you specifically want a particular show at a particular time. And finally, the question we get asked the most is how long do I need? The answer depends completely on how much you want to do and how long you want your days to be. If you want to do all of the rides and shows and meet all of the characters, etc., our general rule of thumb is that you can do everything in around 2 days here. However, you could probably tick off most of the main headline attractions in 1 day if you really wanted to, especially if you have Lightning Lane access. On the other hand, if you want to take it slower and dip in and out of this park, it's very doable. It all comes down to what you want to make of your trip. So hopefully that gives you a good guide on what to expect at Animal Kingdom. We've also added a full guide to the park on our website www.adventuresbyparadise.com, so check that out. Next week I'll take a look at another of the parks at Walt Disney World. If you think we've missed anything, feel free to let us know in the comments below and we'll always do our best to help. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really makes a big difference to us. We've got loads more videos already on our channel and information on our website, so please check those out for more family-based travel guides. Thank you all so much for watching.